Right, on the main street of Bar, there's a bus stop here with a Mercedes parked in it. Now, I think there's only one bus. I'm going to try and get on the bus and go to the old town. Should cost under €1, they tell me. I'm just going to get on the next bus and see if it gets me there. If it doesn't, I'll come back. It's up in the mountain a bit, so it's not, and it's supposed to be very pretty. So, old ruins of the old town, which was blown up by the Montenegrins to get the Turks out in the mid 1800s or something. They blew the shit out of it, and in the end they blew the aqueduct and the water was cut off and the Turks gave in. That was the ending of the Ottoman Empire. That's the story I got. Anyway, the Ottoman Empire was still here up to only a century ago. So I'll stand here. Apparently a bus comes every half hour, but there's no timetable, not that I can see. There's people standing around, so it should stop. And we'll see if we can get up to what's called Stari Bar. Stari Bar. Stari means old. So now we're going up a windy road. Only costs €1 to get up into the mountain. And a very scenic local bus. The bus doesn't take you right up to the old town. It drops you off down the bottom. And look, two of my hates, cobblestones. You've got to walk through all the tourist shops and coffee shops. So, cobblestones and up a hill. So that is the coat of arms that was on the front of this building of the Republic of Venice. So I dare say the Venetians were the first one to get here and build this. And right next to it is a press for olive oil. All made of wood, even the screws made of wood. Oh, it was only €2 to get in. That's nice and cheap, isn't it? It's only 9:15 in the morning. It's quite... had a hike up the hill after I got off the bus. The coaches of tourists will turn up shortly, and I suppose this will be full where they'll put on some sort of presentation. This is all that remains from a Franciscan monastery built in the late 1400s. In 1590, the Turks turned it into a mosque, and in 1912, it was destroyed by munitions going off from inside the mosque. Why there are munitions inside a mosque is anybody's guess, and I'm not going to speculate, and we'll leave it at that. I'm still not at the top yet. I hate climbing. I'm getting too old for this shit. Might have to come home soon to flat ground. That's a little water mill, water wheel for the mill to grind the flour, and this is what the remnants of the communal bakery. Everyone would come and cook their bread on the weekends, I suppose. Big oven, what was left of a big oven. That looks like an aqueduct, but there's nothing on top. Not to say it didn't fall off. As the history says, the Montenegrins blew the aqueduct up to make the Turks surrender. Look beyond that, down that little, there's a valley down there. All very fascinating. I thought I was at the top, but look, to get up there's more steps. Ooh, should I step out of here? Yeah, why not? Oh yeah, there's a mosque down there. There's Bar and the ocean down there. Don't know if you can make it out. That's the ocean right down the end of that valley. I'm gonna try. I can't get up. I may have to go down to go up, which is a drag. But anyway, the scenery's nice. and there's not lots of tourists. See, you got up here early. That's the trick. When they all start turning up, I'll be heading back, catch the bus back into town. Oh God, these stairs are treacherous. I'll turn the camera off. Yeah, I made it to the back of the fortress, what's left of it, and here's the valley out the back. Here's the backyard. Check it out. There's ruins of something building down there, right down in the bottom of the valley. Yeah, this is a beautiful countryside. A cloud in the sky. I don't know what temperature's going to get to, 28 today. But I'm sweating like a pig walking up. I've got one more set of stairs to get to the top of that wall. I'll take another video and then make my way down for breakfast. Of course, there's a strip of cafes, and as you leave here, you walk down a street to get the bus again, and that street's all cafes and bars and restaurants and trinket shops selling olive oil, famous for olive oil around here apparently. And not far from here, I don't know if I'm going to get to it, is allegedly the oldest olive tree in Europe. It's over 2,000 years old, and it's revered. When families used to have disputes, they used to discuss it and make peace under this olive tree. I think it might be a couple of kilometre walk, so I don't think I'll make it. But a 2,000-year-old olive tree. They're quite famous for olives around here. Big crack in that wall. Yes, so the final ascent. Oh, it's not a crack. A great big piece of that wall has collapsed. It looks like they've cemented it to keep it in place. That's what it looks like to me. Get to the top. Got to the top. I thought there might be a platform, but no, it just ends here. It's as high as I can go. So, a final big panoramic shot of the old fortress of Old Bar, the valley behind it, and the mountains behind it. There's a valley there, down there, more mountains, and like I say, they all lived up here until a century and a half ago. The ruins of the old town. Big courtyard in the middle. But the good news, it's all downhill from here. I'll be walking down to the restaurant strip. Have a little Coca-Cola or something, I think. And yes, that's my hike up the hill to see the old town of Bar. That's where I was, right up the top. This looks like it could be where the water flowed through. Quite an impressive looking building that one was. So, as far I've been able to make out, there's a pomegranate tree. A lot of pomegranates. They're into pomegranates and olives. There's even a bar I walked past that's got pomegranate beer. Don't know if I'll try that. I don't know if I like pomegranates. I don't know if I've even eaten a pomegranate, to tell you the truth. I know I don't like pommies. And I definitely don't like chewing granite. So I don't know if I'd like a pomegranate beer. This is called a lapidarium, which was a powder store where they put the gunpowder. Built in 1705, and now there's all pieces they've collected over the 60 years they've been doing archaeological work here. There's all pieces of architecture, bits of arches, and it's at the first, dating back to the 5th century. So this place has been here since since the 400s. Oh. Fragments of inscriptions from St. Nicholas Church, beginning in 14th century. Looks like a millstone. Oh. Oh. That's the powder house. I was up there. That's the fortress. Yeah, so where I walked through there is the city gate. Now, as you can see, it's now the town of the cats. The cats are the only inhabitants here now. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 cats in here. They obviously feed them here. 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 8 cats, so it's the cat town now. The cats have inherited it. Yeah, that building's still intact. As I said, there was actually people still living here in 1974. And that building looks like it might have been lived in around then. Then there was an earthquake in 1974, which destroyed the aqueduct that fed the town, and that was the end of it. And this part's cordoned off. You can see that's cordoned off there. Apparently they're restoring it slowly as money becomes available, I take it. Only charging €2 to get in there. It's going to take them a while to pay for it. So that place, yeah, because that building looks like it's going to fall over. So they're not allowed to go in there. Well, it looks like I've just left in time. There's about 3 tour groups in there. And as I'm leaving at 10:15 in the morning, there's another flag. A flag following group turned up. So yes, good time to leave, just as everyone else is turning up. Oh, I sat on that rock earlier, but now it's a store selling olive oil. So that's it. That's a look around the old town, or Stari Bar as it's called. And now I'm off to Belgrade next week, so I'll put up a video in a couple of weeks of Belgrade, Serbia. See ya. Bye. So that's where the tourists catch their coaches from. Get the coaches back. Down there's taxis, it would cost you probably €5 to get back into town. This is the bus stop where the locals catch the bus back into town. €1. No cheap Charlie or cheap horse turned into glue. Comes to where the locals catch the bus back in. Do the €1 trip down the hill. It's a nice scenic bus stop. You can buy ciggies and magazines and chewies and lollies there at the bus stop.